Many businesses believe that they have a lead problem. They spend a lot, but they don't see enough leads. There is one thing that they often overlook. My name is Musa. I am an entrepreneur. It's almost a decade since I graduated from College of Business. Then went to street and hustled. Following COVID, I worked from home as a sales representative for a medical company. Then I quit to start my own entrepreneurial path. I've learned a lot on my journey. I've learned all these strategies and tools that I can use throughout my entrepreneurial journey, and so can you. In this channel, I'll be sharing things that I've learned that also you can use in your business today. So you must learn to follow up. If you don't, you risk losing many opportunities by following up on your leads, meaning you are reminding them. Let's say you post an ad and a person clicks that ad, but they don't take the next action they are supposed to take. So they left maybe an abandoned cart. So you are reminding them to complete that action or to show up for a call or event they have booked. The biggest issue here, you need to remind them since they're interested with whatever you offer. Many businesses believe that they have a lead problem. The real issue is they overlook abandoned carts, incomplete orders, incomplete forms, and leads that are hanging. And they wonder why their business ain't growing while they spend a lot. The best part is that it requires no investment. You simply add this system to your business. It is like pushing a car down a slope. You need to learn the right techniques, and I'll show you in this video. But first, let's see what are the common mistakes most business makes. Wrong timing when following up a lead. What do I mean by that? Number one, not following up on their leads. What they do is they run their ad once or post their organic content once and wait for the fate to make decision. I know this used to work back in the days where there were no options and people weren't busy. These days, 1 second within the blink of an eye, people forget everything they saw seconds ago. Imagine you are scrolling through a social media and you saw a post that captured your attention. You watch it 3 times. The moment you scroll to another post, you already forget everything about the last post. Or it is like you have come back home from work, you put your phone on the table, you take off your shoes, then you start looking for your phone in your pockets, in your bag. You go to the room, you aren't even there. People forget with a remarkable speed. Following up is getting their attention. It is like a sound of an alarm from a phone that you put on the table before you took off your shoes. You need to encourage your leads to act. Remind them, believe me, you are just one follow up away to get that sale. Number two, too much following up. One day I was at home sitting at my desk looking up at my laptop, waiting for the lead to pick up a call. I checked the call history while waiting for the answer. Someone had called this guy 10 times that day. 10 times. And now I am calling for the 11th time. The moment he answered, I remember he said directly, "Are you scammers? Why all these calls? I am not interested," and hang up the call. Just like that, we lost that sale. Many leads were lost this way. They might be interested, but too much following up can make them feel uneasy. That is why you need to follow up your leads in a healthy way. While other businesses are filled with egos, they feel they are special and they forgot this is not about them. So they don't use empathy and personalization when following up their leads. Not knowing your customers make them feel they must learn about you, your product and your service. They have problems, so this approach don't work. You need to be able to understand your customers. How can you do that? You can understand them by understanding their feelings and pain, by thinking about their challenges and goals. What are they going through? These insights aren't guesses. People show you their needs while filling out your forms, visit your page, click your ad, an abandoned order, or click on your website, or through discovery call. They share this information with you. Once you understand them, create a follow-up message that is personal. Use the information they shared with you. Just think back the last time you shopped online. With whatever reasons, you left your order before completing it. Did they say this to you? "We have new thing, you would love it." No, they'll say they saw you were interested in this product. They might share a couple benefits and ask you to finish your order. That is a follow-up message. Here is how to use empathy and personalization. Get to know them first and create a message just for them. This next thing is where most businesses are wasting their time, not automating their follow-up for consistency. This is a repetitive task. You don't have to do it manually, like sending every follow-up manually. We automate to save time. You won't spend long sending messages anymore. It is very more productive. There is no delay, and you won't forget to send something. This lets you focus on other important tasks. It also cuts down human errors, especially when we work under pressure. We mix things up, but when we automate it, it does the perfect job. Some businesses still do this manually. They think it's too costly or less effective. They wonder why others get more leads daily while they spend less. There are so many tools out there that you can use, both free and paid. So it's up to you which one suits your business. So we have looked at the common mistakes businesses make that lead them to think they have the lead problem. Now let's explore the best way to solve this issue. You need to learn to craft follow-up message that converts. What do I mean by that? You need to create a system that allows you to get back to your customers once they have made their first contact with you. I mentioned before how they made this contact. They might have seen an ad, they could have filled out your forms, download a guide, or visited your website. They may have also responded to your content. To make it easy, let's say they have clicked to one of your ads and download a guide or register on your events. Once they finish it, within 24 hours, send them an inquiry right away. The sooner the better. This is known as initial follow-up. Send a simple thank you, congratulate them, introduce your offer, or share a meeting link to help them feel welcomed. Like, hey name, thank you for reaching out. Then congratulate them for action they have taken, then tell them what you can help them with and introduce your offer. Make sure to make it very simple. Sending initial follow-up is the first step, but still you need to remind them. That is why you have to send them a second follow-up. You send this follow-up email in between 3 to 5 days after no response. If it is an offer for event like a webinar, it is a quick reminder so that they don't miss on the event. The main reason for sending this is to check in and regain interest from your customers. Some business send only one follow-up email, that is initial follow-up. At least they try, but still it is not enough. People need to be reminded often, so you're gonna send them something like, hey, their names, either first name or full name, none of that matter. Then you tell them that you are checking in and see if they have any question about your offer. That is why they hesitate to take action. Let them know that you care, remind them not to miss this chance, share their goals and tell them you are here to help them. You see, people are busy, that is why you don't get tired to remind them. But also, if it is too much, you are pushing them away. What we need is for them to take action. That's why it has to be held. So you're going to send them a closing follow-up email. Send this follow-up email to create urgency. This way, you can encourage a response while leaving the door open for the future conversations. Just because it is called closing, it doesn't mean you are going to close everything. Like, there will be no room for you because you didn't want to buy from us. No, you do this so that you seem not pushing. If you keep telling them to buy, remember the example I gave earlier? If you don't remember, please rewatch this video. You will lose that sale and the customer, plus you will create a bad reputation for your business. So what to do, I'll show you shortly. But first, this is what you might say. Hey name, then you'll tell them that you understand if now it is not the right time, and it's okay. You will leave the door open for them if they change their mind. However, the offer has a deadline. So what is the time frame? Is it a one-time offer? Is it available each month or each year? The goal here is to create urgency. For events, it is the same. There is no big difference. Maybe you are going to show them what benefit they'll miss if they don't show up, and you will attach the link or location. So what? Is this the last email you are sending them? No, remember I told you to wait. This is what you are gonna do. You need to include objections as part of your follow-up. Every person has their own objections, the fear that stop them from taking action, and they might hesitate to tell you, though you ask. So what you are gonna send them? Send them on the days you won't send them follow-up we discussed above. Focus on handling objection, not presenting your offer. You do this until the offer ends. Then you can add in your email list for newsletter or campaign. I know you're probably thinking right now, how about ads and sales calls? How do you follow up? I'll show you, but I'm not going to dive deep about this. It is another video for another day. Tell me in the comment section if you want me to create this video. For ads, it is very simple. There are two types of ads. The first is a discovery ad. This type of ad targets strangers who haven't heard of you before. It is their first encounter with your brand or business, and it happens through ad. The second one is called retargeting, or you can call it follow-up ad. There are different ways to run this type of ads. You are targeting audience already showing interest in your offers. They might click on your first ad and watch most of it, or visit your profile, your page, your website. So they are not stranger. They know that you exist. Following up after sales calls is similar to email following up. You start with initial contact, then second follow-up and closing follow-up. But it depends with what you will agree with your prospect, and on closing follow-up you are going to do the same. Let them know this is the final follow-up. If they don't buy, the doors will still be open for them. However, they have to start fresh as a new lead or customer, and the offer deadline will still apply. You can have the best follow up structure, but if your audience is wrong, it won't work. It is like trying to walk on the water like Jesus. That is why I made this video. Click above to see how to walk on the water like Jesus. You can do this by create the right conditions, such as using just keyboards.